Hello there guys, it's Joey and this is a new spell oil for the store. This was actually created at the mid to end of last week and I've sort of held off until I was ready to record and talk about the energies of this particular spell oil. So I'm going to give it a shake while I talk about it. So this spell oil is for the lust of Morrigan, for the lust of goddess Morrigan, and it came to me initially in a dream, and this doesn't happen very often. I guess that might be a surprise for some people, I don't know, that I don't often tend to dream of things that need to be made in terms of physical spell items. My dreams tend to be more of the personal nature, the messages from spirit, the sort of personal drives, the personal side of things basically. And this actually came forth in a dream with some other images and messages, and I actually forgot this initially on waking, and I had written everything else down, and something else triggered it later, and then I sort of went ahead and created this item immediately upon the re-remembering. And that's unusual in itself. So this spell oil for the lust of the goddess Morrigan is sort of a companion to the Dark Queen smudge. It has a similar thread, it's not all the same obviously, but it has that sort of companionship to the Dark Queen smudge. It's very, very Morrigan-esque for obvious reasons, hence being offered to the goddess herself in offering. It's a spell oil which is very much about her sovereignty. It's very much about the lustful twist of sovereignty, the celebration of sovereignty with sensuality and sexuality. It's an oil of fire, seduction, attracting a mate, passion, sex, increasing sex drive, and attracting sexuality into one's life and sensuality into one's life. Sort of the path walking between the physical and the spiritual. There's this sort of awakening going on again in many spiritual realms right now, which is about coming to grips with the goddess as a sexual being and refusing and putting aside all of the damaging judgmental connotations associated with female sexuality, particularly with regards to understanding one's goddess. I think there is a lot of guilt and shame that has come about for a number of reasons. There's a whole host of reasons about guilt and shame to do with goddess sexuality, female sexuality as a extension, and we're shy about it, we're bashful about it, we're apologetic about it. The modern world is full of it, you know, being apologetic for female sensuality, female sexuality, and so on and so forth. And since we've kind of had this, it kicked off for me with Lilith and Scorpio, and it's been going ever since. This talk of queen energy, this talk of sovereignty, this talk of embracing who you truly are. And I actually talked about this in an essay that I've just released through Witch, or badwitch.s, online, and it's about balancing personal sovereignty with kindness, and that kindness being eternal as well as external. And being kind to oneself on a sexual level is kind of the point here. It's not a hold your hand spell energy. It's very much an energy of sex and sexuality and sensuality, and also shedding your apprehension, shedding your fear. The goddess Morrigan has no apprehension with regards to her sensuality and sexuality. It's part of who she is, and proud on the line, you know, it's celebrated as far as she's concerned. Now there is an energy here of control, and it's more to do with the controlling of what you allow into your energy space, and so for you're controlling your sensuality, your sexuality, you're not letting anybody else have a say in what you know is yours and it belongs to you, and how you express yourself sexually and celebrate yourself sexually, and not allowing other people to shit on it, basically. As I can't think of a I can't think of a more eloquent way to put it. Not to be allowed to yourself to be degraded or judged or talked down to anymore. Claiming your sensuality, claiming your sexuality, and being proud of it with kindness. And not at the cost of anybody else's either. So this is the For the Lust of Goddess Morrigan spell oil, celebrating her in her life force, her sensuality and her sexuality, and encouraging you to do the same. So that's it for this video, and many blessings.